But
Right.
what we really do, what we discovered was the real magic was taking what you love, what you've learned, and what you've lived through, putting it in a medium that can be consumed, where they can watch a course, do some training, whatever, but then building communities around that.
What is the number one secret to flipping your lifestyle with an online passive income business?
Yeah, man. The biggest thing is you've got to control your income. It's not enough to just have like a local business in one spot. It's not enough to have an employer that even pays you a really big paycheck. We want to go out and take things online so that we can reach out to the world. There's 8 billion people on the planet. You really only need, 100 of them to pay you $100 a month to make $120,000 a year, 1,000 of them to pay you $100 a month to make over $1 million a year. So that's really what we want to do is we want to get out there. We want a bunch of different income streams. We want customers all over the world, all over the country that are paying us to access our knowledge. For example, when I first started my first online business, I was a football coach and I was helping football coaches win more games. I was selling them playbooks and I was helping them with their game planning through these $50 a month memberships. So I could go out and get, 200 people to pay me $50 a month. All of a sudden I'm making $10,000 a month, 120 grand a year, just monetizing my knowledge. And my wife and I, we do that over and over again with different businesses that we have. But with Flip Lifestyle, what we do is people how to monetize their knowledge, monetize their wisdom, monetize their life, flip your life and their experience so they can go out and make money too. Then you can use that money to invest. You can use that money to do other things with your life. Yeah. So taking control of your income with your God-given gifts. That's what we help people do.
That's super interesting. So you started off with like your Madden playbook over there and selling it to coaches and straight up. You had to market it like, hey man, this is the 2017 Madden Championship playbook right here.
Well, new plays we got it. No, that's actually not how. Well, here's what I did. I actually coached a little college football back in the day. I coached at West Virginia University. I coached at Eastern Kentucky, and then I got into the high school ranks. And I quickly realized that those fancy college football playbooks don't work in high school because, like, Nick Saban. These big time coaches, they've got guys that are like 6'4" running 4.6 40s. Well, I'm over here with 4.6 guys running 6'4 40s. I can't win with their playbooks. You know what I mean? So what I did was I started putting together a playbook that I could win at a small kind of high school, just a normal team. Wasn't trying to win a state title. I was just trying to go home happy more Friday nights than not, bro. I was trying to get to 6-5, 8-2, right? And I had this epiphany when we were starting our online business. Half of all football coaches lose every week. Half. Like literally, think about it. Like half of them go home unhappy and their weekend is ruined. And that was my whole sales pitch was go home happy more Friday nights than not.
That's genius.
Yeah, man. So I started selling playbooks and it took off.
So I want to dive into something here. And why are we talking about this, right? And what I want to dive into is you've done something that's really unique in that I'm seeing pop up more and more and more, and I'm sure you're familiar with Russell Brunson, right? Using the funnel and all that kind of stuff.
Been out to ClickFunnels and met Russell in person, actually. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Genius, right? But what you said earlier, monetizing your knowledge, and what you did is you basically created a way to sell your knowledge passively.
Yes. Yeah. And what we do, the way we do it is very different than the way some people do it. You'll hear people do coaching and you'll hear people do courses, and those are all good things. Like we need to be able to create passive income by putting our knowledge in a medium that can be consumed on demand. Right. But what we really do, what we discovered was the real magic was taking what you love, what you've learned and what you've lived through, putting it in a medium that can be consumed where they can watch a course, do some training, whatever, but then building communities around that. That's why we call it the membership model. Just like Netflix has, 20 million people watching Stranger Things in a community at the same time, you can build that online. And what happens is this dynamo takes over where the community kind of like talks to each other, hangs out with each other. You're kind of back, just kind of moderating and managing everything, maybe showing up once a month to do some kind of Q&A. And you can take all that experience, all that knowledge, but then take other people who love that, put it around this course or this training program that you've created to get someone a problem or a solution and a result. And then you've got this all of a sudden you look up and you got 100, 200, 300, 400 people paying you. We've got members in our community. Some of our students have up to 10,000 people paying them every single month online. And they're stepping back and running these businesses in 4 to 10 hours a week, just making sure all the gears keep moving. Right. And that's the power of online business is you can kind of say stuff once and do stuff once, build a community around it, let that energy take over. And then all of a sudden, you don't have to be the person working 100 hours a week doing everything. And it just kind of works in the background for you.